everybody? Welcome back to the Board YouTube channel for today's pick and roll live stream here for the April 3rd slate. Nice Thursday slate for us to go through here today. And we'll go through all the games. We'll go through the free picks. We'll go through the questions from the chat as we normally do on the channel. So make sure you do hit the like button if you enjoy the show. Subscribe for more content just like this throughout the regular season and into the playoffs and beyond. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll start off every show as we do by recapping the previous show's bets. 1-1 day, hook win on Osar Thompson, hook loss on DeAndre Hunter, and chat got us because we were questioning an Alperen Şengün bet. 51% of the voters said no Alperen Şengün bet, and he had a great game, but did not cover his points. So chat's helped us out for the channel here.
Yeah, this one was fun. And yeah, Alpi was trying to state pad some triple doubles last night. So he was on that zone and didn't look to score. I would say it's always funny, more fun to have triple double and score 20 points for us to cash. So Chet got me on this one, and yeah, I kind of love it. Like if we bet we lose, now Chet helped us to save some bucks, so we are in a good spot.
Indeed, they did. But let's try to get a winning day here today. Been like a pretty 50-50 past couple of weeks for this show. So let's try and get a winning day here today. We're going to start off by going to the Orlando Magic game against the Washington Wizards. You're playing an under here, Pips. Tell us who it is.
Yeah, guys, open up the FanDuel screen. Probably on the screen, this one will move quick, so we can do much. It's the sharpest book on the NBA props, and they obviously will move quick. But we are betting. Jacob, you can open up on the screen so everyone can see the where the line was before before I even say it. And it's Corey Joseph under 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Hard-earned money. The money we saved last night on Şengün bet, we are now throwing on the Corey Joseph one. So yeah, hope for the best. Chet, yeah, 100% ROI. That's good. Let's hope it keep up. Oh, still didn't move. We had 15 seconds and it didn't move. Like, FanDuel is sleeping today.
We apologize in advance when this does inevitably move, but
it still didn't move.
You've had to give some time here. Listen.
Yeah, definitely. Like traders are sleeping, so it seems like.
Surprised, who the hell is betting Corey Joseph? But still there. All right, you got no excuses now.
This is probably the like I don't remember whenever. Oh yeah.
Wow, it's closed.
It got hit hard, so we are putting down numbers on
you had plenty of time. There's no excuse if you didn't get that one. Anyways, walk us through this one.
Yeah, I think this is a mistake. Line could be wrong. Obviously, they could start him again and play him big minutes, but yeah, that shouldn't happen. When he is playing with Cole Anthony, yeah, we look at the entire season. The games where he played with Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, with Cole Anthony, he is under this line in all 9 games, averaging 4 points, rebounds, and assists. Most of the time, he just played like 5 minutes off the bench. Last game, he did start with Cole Anthony back, first game back, and played 18 minutes. Could happen again. I'm not saying that it can happen. Like, he could start and play 18 minutes again. I don't see why it's Corey Joseph and it's 2025. But in the games when he played between, let's say, like 12 to 20 minutes, he's still under in like 7 out of 9 games, averaging only 8 points, rebounds, and assists. And the line is at 12, so way above this. And those games happened in easy matchups. Like these 9 games were against Nets, Raptors, Jazz, 76ers, Raptors, Lakers, Portland, Hornets, and Spurs. Most of these are like bottom 10 in defense and good matchups, and he still averaged only 8.2. Last game against the Spurs, only 9 points, rebounds, and assists, and Spurs are probably like in the same zone with Wizards on defense. And yeah, I do think 18 minutes could be like the most he gets. So, and in the case of a blowout, uh, he shouldn't be one the closing the game. He shouldn't be the one getting garbage minutes. It should be Jet Howard. It should be Caleb Houston. It should be Tristan da Silva. It should be Anthony Black and McClung probably. So like this is the 5 young team that's getting garbage minutes. So he shouldn't even be the one getting the garbage minutes. On the screen, you can see that last, I don't know, like 12 games. He got last 11 games. He kind of were crashing this line, but yeah, most of these games were without Cole Anthony. If it had Cole Anthony, he didn't cover in any single game with Cole Anthony. So I think that's huge. I think Cole Anthony should be back to starting role, and even if he doesn't, I still think this is a good bet.
All right. That will get us started for the day. Corey Joseph under on points, rebounds, and assists. We caught that one at FanDuel, the presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel. We make these plays early in the day, but you can make these bets any time of day as well because FanDuel is your home for live betting. And because it's the final stretch of the NBA season and the playoff picture is changing by the minute, every three-quarter and fourth-quarter comeback means that much more. And with live betting on FanDuel, you can make the playoff picture a little prettier. So even if you missed your first few minutes of the game or want to bet on a fourth-quarter comeback, you can make your picks from the first whistle until the final buzzer. Plus, you can even combine these live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. And like I said, with numbers of ways to bet, you can bet however you want to. You can play however you want to play. But whatever it is, now is the perfect time to join because new FanDuel customers get started with $200 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com/board to get started today. That's FanDuel.com/board for your shot at $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, but must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. We'll keep things moving through with the FanDuel odds screen. We'll go to the next game up on the slate here. We've got not a lot of big spreads today, but this is one of the big spreads that we do have. It's in the Milwaukee Bucks game against the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia on a night-to-night basis putting out maybe the worst lineup in the NBA, tanking very aggressively. The Bucks should be able to get a much-needed win here today.
Yeah, I do agree with this one. Bucks not great either, to be honest. But Giannis should be the one like that can with if Giannis plus 4 wooden chairs, and it should be enough to win here.
Yeah.
Like I don't see like any 4. Like if you give him like any 4 like rotational players in the NBA, think he should be able to win against the 76ers.
Yeah, they'll try to lose. They will try to lose.
Yeah. They don't need to try much with this lineup.
Yep. We'll move on to our next game here. We've got the Memphis Grizzlies against the Miami Heat. Miami had that 9-game losing streak after Jimmy Butler left, and then now they're good again. They've won 6 games in a row. A pretty remarkable turn of events. They just beat the Boston Celtics last night. I believe it was last night. Yes, they beat the Boston Celtics last night by 21 points. Granted, it wasn't quite the full strength Celtics team, but it was a pretty good one nonetheless. So impressive win there. On this game in particular, though, both teams could use a victory, particularly Memphis, who are now down to 8th in the Western Conference. They have lost all 3 games since firing Taylor Jenkins against really good opposition, to be fair, but this is a very important game for both teams.
How many rebounds did Zach Edey get in the last game? Did anyone see? Did anyone see? Season high
16,
16
16.
season high 16 rebounds, season high 32 minutes. We were just early, man. And it's against Golden State where they didn't need size. So yeah, I don't know. Like
Yeah, we
sometimes
got
you need
two
to
in
see.
ours. So I mean, if you take the average across the two games, we would have
Yeah,
won the bet. But
yeah, damn, yeah. I mean, yeah, fuck, man. Uh, Betting wise, I don't know. This game should be, I would say, win for Memphis and pretty comfortable win for Memphis. Like, I don't see in what world does this Miami team can win.
well, they've been winning. They're the one winning right now. It's just
I honestly, I like, I don't care. And with that said, let me just think about stuff. 25% usage for Ja Morant, and he played 33, 35 minutes lately. So when he gets 30 plus minutes with that kind of usage, I'm not willing to. Man, uh, maybe I do even want to bet this shit that Memphis is winning because I think they are winning. I don't like this for Miami. Not a single matchup on the floor for them. Hmm. Let me just see something.
all right.
Ja Morant 6+ assists and them winning the game. Think
All right.
that should be our bet here. Like yeah, I think that should be our bet here.
Okay. So we can make this the second play. John Morant, excuse me, on assists. The best regular assist number is on FanDuel. So we could have the best price here at minus 109 for the
Yeah.
SGP. Memphis Grizzlies to win. John Morant to record 6+ assists. I can't. I feel like just to see. I'm trying to think about how these money. I feel like the money line bets have not been our friend this season. It doesn't mean that doesn't. We can't get the win today, but um,
I just like this is me just thinking about matchups, about pace, about one side has Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Moran playing well, and Desmond Bain and bunch of role players. And the other team has Tyler Hero. That should be an instant like, what the fuck moment. I will put this spread at like 7.5. So that's why I'm betting it. And Ja Morant, this is very well correlated.
yeah,
And yeah, just like this, I also on Props Madness, like Ja Morant getting like 28 plus minutes this season against teams outside of like only like teams that don't allow any assist, and he's over this line in 24 out of 26 game, averaging 8.6. Like and Miami allows average assist and ninth most to guards. Similar players lately by position covered. Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, Lavert, Derek White, I don't know, Jordan Poole covered their closing lines. So we are getting. I just think this is a good bet. I don't like if it lose, okay, but I think this is a value bet and I'm willing to run with it.
okay. And we get some correlation, as you said. John Morant 6+ assists. Sorry, it's not just 6+ assists minus 109. It's 6+ assists, and Memphis Grizzlies money line. Sorry, I'll fix that in the chat right now. It's not 6+ assists. There we go. There's a correct one. Grizzlies money line on the SGP. All right. There is our second official play of the day now.
I don't know. Like it feels like so you are not correctly betting. on Tyler Hero, but I'm kind of betting against it, and it feels good.
Well, hopefully, I mean, he is the anti of this show because there's been days where you're like, I'm not betting him. Book Tyler Hero. Then he goes crazy and has a really good game. So hopefully, we don't get the anti Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I mean the defense. Like when you watch the defense, they play on Steph. They kind of played good defense, and Steph went nuclear. If Tyler gets the same coverage against Wells and Scottie Pippen, I don't see it. And then Bam Adebayo against Jaren Jackson Jr., I don't see it. And then there is no one else. There is no one else on this Miami team. Like it's Alec Burks, Pelle Larson, Kelal Ware, Davion Mitchell, Haywood Highsmith. Like, and the other team has like Jalen Wells and Santi Aldama and Luke Kennard and like they have edge on almost like every player. Morant is better than Tyler Hero. Desmond Bain is better than any player on Miami. Jaren Jackson Jr. is better than Bam Adebayo. Like every single player is better in a like single match. Like I just don't see it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next game. I'm just seeing if Corey Joseph's come back up. No, they took him off. No Corey Joseph anymore.
I would say FanDuel is very conservative with those role guys, and
Yes.
they probably have him as a starter, which I'm saying could happen again. But I think there is a huge chance he doesn't. And if he doesn't, he could end up playing like 10 minutes at most. And then this is a gift. If he starts and plays 18 minutes, we are still more likely to win. So like it's either a good spot or a great spot.
We'll go our next game here if Pips feels like touching it. But Raptors against the Portland Trailblazers today. I will say this. The last couple weeks, I've been doing a lot of Raptors spread betting. When the Raptors are playing against a team that wants to win, that team has covered a lot. When the Raptors are playing against a team that doesn't want to win, the Raptors are covering a lot. So Portland seemed to have all the motivation in the world, even though they didn't need to have any for their last game when they beat the Atlanta Hawks. So, yeah, Portland, I'm definitely leaning on Portland spread here at 4.5.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see like there are 33 wins and there is how many 6 games left, so they need to win like 5 out of 6 to have any chance to catching up on Kings. Not impossible, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, but teams don't just like out of nowhere, like all of a sudden just rest everybody. Like they still, I guess they can fall below San Antonio in the standings, the Blazers, which is something they could be looking for. But other than San Antonio, there's not a lot of wiggle room.
I mean, if they were dumb to it, they'll lose to the Hawks and the rest.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like Portland will still feel motivated to win this game.
But Portland is very favorable to win next 4 games. They are playing Raptors, they are playing Bulls, they are playing Spurs, and they are playing Jazz. They are very favorable to win next 4 games, and then they are playing Warriors and Lakers, which they probably lose, but they still some chance to win those games. So if they win 5 out of the next 6, they could be in contention for the play-in, which is hilarious. Kings on the other side are falling apart and they just lost to the Wizards, and they are playing Cavs, Denver, Pistons, Clippers, and Suns. They could end up losing 5 games out of 6 easily. They will lose to the Cavs, they will lose to the Pistons if Cade gets back. Probably losing to Nuggets, definitely losing to Clippers, and then last game against the Suns. Yeah, I could see Portland like having like at least 10% chance to make the play-in.
Yeah, and Pirtle's out. Pirtle, I think, is the most significant player for the Raptors spread. Quickly is out. Barnes is actually questionable today. So Barnes needs 5 more. Raptors I think they have 7 more games now. Barnes needs to play 5 of those games to get to 65. I think what he wants is to make all defense, or at least give himself a shot to make all defense. So 6 games left.
That's the funniest thing I've heard.
He's been very good on defense. I don't think he'll make it, but they're letting him try at least.
Yeah, okay, but yeah.
Anyways, I don't think he's going to make any end of season teams or end of season awards. I'm just saying they're getting him to 65 games, so he has to
Yeah,
play in 5 of the next 6, including tonight. So he might rest this one and play the next 5. I'm not sure. I feel like he will. Actually, no, he has to play 4 more games. I think. Let me just double check his games played.
We started the season with like a narrative that Scotty Barnes improved shooting, and then he ended up being even worse.
The worst of his career.
Yeah.
So that's all right. He's to play 4 of the next 6 games. So he's gonna miss 2 because they don't need to play him all 6. Today might be a day he misses as well if he's listed as questionable. So
yeah,
I'm leaning towards the spread. Long way of saying I'm leaning towards the Portland spread. May bet it later. Okay. Next up, we have the Timberwolves and the Nets. Big spread here, but the Timberwolves need some wins. They're up to 6th in the Western Conference now. Same record as the 7th place Clippers. Same record as the 8th place Grizzlies. Half a game back of the 5th place Warriors. It is a dogfight in the Western Conference right now.
And that's why this is a no-brainer win. Not no-brainer win when it comes to the Wolves, because they won against good teams and lost to terrible teams a lot of time this season. But I don't think this is the one. I mean, it's the spread is kind of confirming that stuff. Nets won 2 in a row. And
which is terrible because now they've given Philadelphia the bottom, the 5th seed in the reverse standings by a 2-game lead now. So it looks like Brooklyn will be 6th come the end of the season in the reverse standings.
Yeah,
bad timing.
Wizards also won our last game. They beat their Kings. Man, these Kings are hilarious. Like, I think we bet like 48 under. Did we bet 48 under on the season? And they are not even covering 38.
I can't remember what it was, but it had to be in the 40s, and they probably won't win 40 games.
It was for sure like 46, the lowest, I think. I think it was like maybe even like 48.
Yeah, and you also wanted to bet them not to make the playoffs, and they actually may not even make the play-in.
Yeah.
46 and a half, Alan believes. That sounds right. And also not to make the playoffs. Now, granted, they have had a mid-season change, but still.
Imagine being in like we must win spot and then losing to the
against the Wizards. Yeah.
And they didn't even close with Poole. Like Poole had like crazy first half, and they just shut him down in order to lose, and they didn't lose. Like Tristan Vukcevic was cooking the Kings.
The Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan experience continues in 2025. It's amazing. All right. Last game on the slate. It's the Golden State Warriors against the Los Angeles Lakers. A very big game. Like I said, Golden State half a game up on the chasing pack. They're in 5th right now. The Lakers tied with the Nuggets in the standings here. Lakers are in 3rd at the moment. 3 games back of the Rockets, but tied with the Nuggets, as I said. So this is a big one for both teams.
Do we go like big players doing big stuff for this one?
Like
kind
LeBron,
of feels like
Curry.
kind of feels like that's the spot for this one. Like LeBron, Doncic, Steph could be like this spot for this one. I do think like that. That's very reasonable. Luka and Steph 25 plus, and LeBron James 6 plus rebounds and assists. I think this is like
6
prime
plus
time
rebounds and 6 plus assists.
Yeah.
All right, that's what you want to do.
Yep.
All right.
I just like, Steph. I'll just comment on Steph. He stayed under in a couple of games in a row before that crazy game against the Memphis. But they played Raptors, they played Pelicans, and they played Spurs. Like they didn't need anything from him. in those games. And then he went first game where they played like the exact same record on the standings. He when they needed his big performance, big game, he delivered. And last time they played the Lakers, he scored 37, 30, 35 field goal attempts. He delivered. So in big spots, he's kind of delivering. And this is one of the biggest spots of the season. I trust. I have trust in him. I do trust Luka on the other side to score at least 25. The volume should be pretty good. Uh, and then LeBron just covering his basic stuff for LeBron: 6-6 rebounds, assists. That's that's the way LeBron is like. I'll show you on Props Madness. 6 rebounds for him playing with Luka. Cover this in almost every single game. Like cover this in 15 out of 17. Looking at the assist, 6 plus in 12 out of 17. Didn't cover in some hard, difficult matchup against Clippers and Houston, but had potential assists. But historically, against the Golden State Warriors, 10, 12, 8 assists. Last season, 12, 9, 11 assists, rebounds as well. Like he is doing numbers against Steph and Draymond. We all know that he openly said himself that he's very motivated when he sees Steph on the other side. Yeah, I like this spot, honestly.
So a bunch of the big players involved here. I had some technical issues here, but I'm getting the graphic up in the chat. Luka Doncic 25 plus points, Steph Curry 25 plus points, and then LeBron James 6 plus assists and 6 plus rebounds. We're playing that for plus 276 on FanDuel. If there is an odd boost token, sometimes they're different for region. Make sure you do check that out because you'll be able to get a boost on this because it is over 3 legs. That's usually the stipulation for those bets. Okay, let's fire that in the chat. Then let's go to the chat to answer your questions and hear from your bets for the day. So send them in. There is a confirmation on the bet. 25 plus points for Doncic, 25 plus points for Curry, 6 plus assists for LeBron, 6 plus rebounds for LeBron as well. Half unit. I didn't put the assists.
Yeah, standard big same game parlay stuff. Yeah. Not doing great on this season, but close on so many ones. So I'm okay with this approach.
Yeah. All our biggest tweets like this are half a unit. Of course, you can bet however you'd like. This is what we got. All right, let's go to the chat. Sorry about that delay there. Let's go to the chat. Let's go to your questions here. So earlier on, we had one from Brett asking about Naz Reid over 11.5 points, minus 125. Said it seems low even with a blowout possibility.
Yeah, this matchup is not particularly great. He scores most of his points as a transition and spot up, and in those areas it's a great. But he scores a ton of points as above the break 3. Nets don't allow that. A lot of on pick and roll man or screen, they don't allow that. Similar players not covering. It's very juiced, 11.5. If you get like minus 120 or better, yeah, sure, makes sense. But overall, not that I'm like a huge fan of this bet. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Okay, next bet here. We have Shaden Sharp over 21.5 points at plus 100.
Yeah, I think Simons is questionable for this one. If they are trying to win, he could play, and then this line is too high.
Next one, Rudy Gobert over 10.5. Sorry, I should have gotten this one next when you're still on the game, but Rudy Gobert over 10.5 points, minus 130.
Yeah, as I said, pick and roll stuff usually doing well for the Nets, but lately they've been allowing a ton of Allen, Duran, Allen, and Gafford. Yeah, they kind of switched. It seems like on the pick and roll rollman defense because lately 12 out of the last 15 bigs covered, and the one that didn't cover was Davis, and they defended him totally different compared to the Gafford, Zubats, Orlando Robinson, Porzingis, Okongwu, Jarrett Allen. So maybe there is something to it, and 10.5 does seem like a good line. When he gets like 26 or more minutes lately, he's been covering like crazy. But most of these games were without Julius Randle. So when you look at the last 20 with Randle, still covered this in 15 out of 20. I don't see anything like against this bet after looking more closely to the data.
Okay. So a good lean there on Rudy Gobert. Next up, we'll go to Alex Sarr under 22.5 points plus rebounds at minus 120.
I've seen this one a couple of times. It's just it looks great on the paper, but it's actually not that great. Teams use people use like some like spot up filters for this, or like good defense filter, and then you get kind of a ton of old data. Like you get the data that like this is garbage data, like this if you can see on the screen. Like all these games are prior to the like 2000 December, November, October games. I mean, he was just a rookie on a team with a bunch of players that are ahead of him. Now he probably gonna sit back to back, and then Sar is like the first scoring option this team. And even if you just ignore this and look at data in like since over the last 2 months, he's right there. He's covering this uh, more often than not. So like this is like from January, he is over this line in 50% of the games, and yeah, and he covered against Orlando. We can see the injury report. No Malcolm Brogdon, no Bilal Koulibaly, no Chris Middleton, no Corey Kispert. Kuzma traded, no Kishan George, no Marcus Smart, and Poole could be out. It's back to back. So not my. I think people are liking this because they are looking at old data. He is not the same player he was 3 to 4 months ago.
All right. And last one here, going back to the Portland game for Donovan Clingan over 18.5 points plus rebounds at minus 105.
I could definitely see this one being a good bet, but I don't know because no Jacob. This could end up being like a small ball show, and then I just can't be this one because his minutes are all over the place. Like last game, 29 minutes. Game before that, 33. Then against the Kings, 18 minutes. Then 32. Then again, 19 minutes. I don't know. They are kind of adjusting to the matchup, and then if Raptors go small, they could go small as well. But I do like there is 17 and a half out there. If he gets 22 or more minutes, like he is crushing this line, and yeah.
Okay. So we'll see on the matchup there. Looks good if he does get the minutes. So that will be it for the show today. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Let's make this one a winning day. Hopefully, get ourselves a little bit of extra juice going into the final stages of the season. 3 official plays, all of which from FanDuel. If you guys are tailing, please make sure you do hit the like button. On the Corey Joe play, by the way, before we go to it, at 11.5, would you still play it? Because this one moved when we played it. Would you still play 11.5?
Yeah, I mean, then it becomes like a if he is starting, then it's like a kind of neutral bet, and if he is from the bench, then it's a great bet. So I'm if you can get some soft, yeah, I mean, bet it.
Okay. Try to
Yeah,
get 11.5
Yes,
minus 110 if you have to.
yeah.
We showed it on the show. Live viewers got this one. There is also 12 and other 12 and a half out there if you're allowed to bet there, by the way. Thank you, Alan, in the chat. Corey Joseph, under 12.5 PRA at -114. We played that at FanDuel. It actually still exists in market elsewhere if you can play it, but 11.5 -110 would also be fine. But the second play, also FanDuel, John Morant, 6+ assists, and the Grizzlies money line. We got that for -109. And then finally, Golden State at the Lakers. We're going to be playing the big names here. Half unit SGP. Doncic, 25+ points. Curry, 25+ points. LeBron, 6+ assists. That graphic is incorrect here, but 6+ assists and 6+ rebounds. And that will do it for all of our picks for today. I'll just get this up again for some extra confirmation. And I'll just show you the hook counter is at 15 and 15 on the season. I've still been keeping track. And yesterday we had one in the right column, one in the wrong column. So that's where we're at. If you guys enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. For more content like this, make sure you're subscribed. We will see you again next time tomorrow, recapping this day, hopefully a winning one, and getting ready for the Friday slate. We hope to see you there for more pick and roll presented by FanDuel.